Good evening, gamers. My name is Dr. Steve, and you're tuned into x5LIVE. This is round 2 of the Mwave tournament, powered by Asus, AMD, and Kingston HyperX. Tonight, we're covering FAP and the Legionaires duking it out on Hainan Resort. As always, I won't be doing this alone. I've been joined by a couple of guys in the studio to help me out. We've got Psyfox leisurely sitting in the camera van, covering all the action for the guys on the Twitch TV stream. And I've also been joined by Blueberry to help me out on the cast tonight. How you going tonight, Blueberry?
Yeah, I'm going well. Should be a good game. Hainan Resort is an interesting map. Back to you, Steve.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, it's one of my favourites in terms of seeing how it plays out. We've got the 3 flags. US starting on the blue side. What do you got there, Foxy?
Yeah. Hainan Resort's one of my favourite maps. I mean, I think it's one of the only decent maps in the game at the moment. It was when I was in Salad. It was one of our favourites. It was always a great match to play. Where I'm expecting to see a lot of action on the B flag, because that's always really the main point to hold. And hopefully we'll see a lot of people utilising the rib boats to get rid of the little birds. The little bird battle on B is always very integral, and it really comes down to how each team are doing their strats, on how many are focusing on stingers and how many people are focusing on assault for that B point, and that really makes a difference. Back to you, Steve.
Yeah, definitely. We see that with one of the last patch updates is that the repair on the little bird is less effective. So those little birds have lost a little bit of power in the air, and it means that the guys with the stingers can easily take one down, but they can still do a lot of damage to those little birds if they've got the right pilot and right crew with them. So as I was saying before, this is a 3 flag map. So if you hold the 2 flags, you've got the bleed. So you've always got to push for that second flag and make sure that you're keeping on top of things. US side is the blue side starting down the bottom of the map. China is the red starting up the top. At the moment, the teams are lining up. We're not sure if they'll have a switch around, but the guys from LG, the Legionnaires, lining up on the US side, and FAP are on the Chinese side. Might just quickly run through who we've got lined up for LG at the moment. They may switch around on us, but we'll wait and see what's going as these guys get themselves sorted. In there for Legionnaires, we've got Yano, we've got Churawausis, we've got Potty, we've got Plagued, Putto, Rabbit, Ropinot, we've got Crack, Lemons, and Water. What about over on the FAP side there, Blueberry? Who have we got lining up? Don't forget to push your button.
Yep, push to talk, gotta get used to it. So on the FAP side, we have PM Kevin Rudd, 2 LMG for you, Cyrus the Virus, Lilo, Jaika, Live Wildcard, Dreezy, Inspector X, Pink Fluffy Unicorn, and my personal favourite name, Kegel Exercise.
Yes, it's always good for us to do it here in the studio when we've got a little bit of downtime as well. But it's a good lineup for both teams. In terms of these guys, Blueberry, have you seen many of them out on the pub servers, or have you had to go with a lot of these guys in scrims or whatnot?
Haven't really come up against Legionnaires in BF4. Played FAP a fair few times, and even the Joker guys have got over Lilo and Jaika, pretty good players as well.
Excellent stuff. What about you, Psyfox? We're just getting a restart at the moment, so be brief, but from these 2 teams, what are you predicting tonight?
Well, I'm expecting LG to come out with a win overall, and they picked up quite a few players from Vanguard, since Vanguard did end up disbanding just before the Mwave started. And I personally, I'd like to see a lot more videos of Putto's dog Lala after the game. But as well as that, more mines. I love my mines. The slams have been nerfed, but they still have a great range.
Great
it
stuff.
Looks
We're
like
live
both
now. They're
choppers are going
out.
straight
Yes,
to Bravo.
They are, mate. And looks like they're going to go head-to-head. Kevin Rudd PM is there for FAP on the blue side, and we've got in the other chopper there. Not able to get a lock on him right now, but it looks like Rob Notty is in the other one. It looks like that chopper for LG has gone down. Actually, both of them have gone down.
Both choppers are down.
Lots of stuff.
Big firefight infantry going on at Bravo, as is expected. got Puto doing a nice flank there, taking down 2 LMG. He's got a really good flank, he's just taking some people down with his AEK.
Nice stuff, and yeah, it looks like the point is in contention. LG have got a nice number of forces on there at the moment, seem to be capped that up quite well. Still a couple of guys floating around for FAP. We've got Tulum outside, and we've also got Cyrus the Virus. He's just had a couple of people spawn off him, so they're making the move in on the B point. In terms of the A point, that's been secured up by FAP as their closest flag. C's also been secured up by LG as their closest flag. B is the point of contention, and kills are getting traded all over the place. Just having a quick look, Potty's got the Ace 23 down on Lilo. Plague takes down Tulmal with the Ace 52 close combat. So lots of stuff still
looks like we just got a slam kill as well. Double slam kill
there, mate?
I think when the Lavs got taken down with a slam kill.
I'm still seeing a couple of Lavs up at the moment, but I did see, I saw it was Yanu the dog earlier. He put a few mines down on the bridge over towards C between B and C, and you know, I love seeing that kind of stuff, and mad respect to that guy. And the other day I did have the pleasure of playing against LG Rabbit in a pub, and I was doing absolutely terrible, but every single shot that he was getting on me was on song when we were having our little tank battles. So I'm guessing he's going to be a bit of a force to contend to for the FAP guys, and hopefully they are able to, you know, deal with his antics. But you know, we'll see what happens, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, great stuff. And I did see Water from LG try and make a back cap down on A, but he was cleaned up quick smart by the rib boat that was sitting around there. C looks to be where there's a little bit of action at the moment. FAP have pushed a squad over there, 4-man squad, and they seem to be getting quite a few kills over. Lilo's in there, Cyrus the Virus, and also PM Kevin Rudd. So they've managed to get that back cap there, holding themselves with 2 flags, getting themselves off the bleed. The B point is held at the moment by the guys from LG, and it looks like they're making a push onto A at the moment. Blueberry, can you see what's happening there?
Yeah, it looks like we've got a 4-man push into the alpha point at the moment. We've just lost Hallows, and Brex has gone down.
Yeah, I think I was just watching Putto then, and he's got the tag dicks on, but you know, I've known Putto a little bit, and I know that he does love his dicks. Not literally, but you know, close enough.
He's a bit of a fan anyway.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a fan. Great bloke. And it looks like the push onto A point was really successful for the LG boys. They're holding it at the moment, and it looks like there's a few... there was a few people coming in from the FAP side onto A, but they may be giving it up for now. They're really concentrating on that C point. They've still got a lot of members there. They really need to push for one of these points and, you know, make a commitment for one of them, Dr. Steve.
Yeah, they did have Inspector X from FAP come over in the Little Bird, but he was taken down quick smart around that A point. It looks like Rop was in there, and also his mate Putto. So doing a lot of things. I've just seen Rib Boat driven by the fluffy pink unicorn make a bit of a dodge. Kegel Exercise jumped out, but he was taken down quickly. So these guys from FAP are having a hard time pushing out from their home base, getting anywhere near the A or B points. So they're going to need to change things around a little bit if they're going to have any success pushing out. Scorecard reads at the moment 255 tickets in favour of the guys from LG, 193 to the guys from FAP. Still a few tickets in it at the moment, and the guys on FAP will have a chance to break back, and it looks like B seems to be a bit of a push at the moment. Blueberry.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a three-man push coming into Bravo from Alpha by the FAP guys. They are currently on the cap. Back to you.
Yeah, excellent. Just having a quick look. C is where action is at as well. We've got the guys from LG now making the push back onto that to recapture their gimme flag, the one closest to their base. Lemons is there, Crack is there, boat supports coming by water, and then making the push onto sea. In defense from FAP, we've got Cyrus the Virus. He's in one of the bungalows having a look around, and we've also got Tumul in there having a bit of a look around. Here we go. Cyrus the Virus is in the water making his way over to the other bungalows. That sea flag has just been grayed up. B's also been grayed up, and it looks like Crack has gone down as Cyrus the Virus is making that push over to the bungalows. Otto's there, he's inside the bungalows, and we've also had Wildcard come, live Wildcard it is actually, spawn off. So these guys from FAP want to hold on to this sea point and doing a good push on there, as looks like Lilo has taken down water in and around that sea point. So these guys from FAP look like they've got a good chance to cap that up. B has been secured by LG. It was grey before, but those guys from LG have made a heavy push on there and have secured that up. Derizi is there in the Little Bird around B for FAP, making a couple of circles around there, getting a couple of shots off, but he did take down Chuao in there, so he's doing a little bit of good work and just trying to see what he's up to now, taking some shots at one of the APCs, making
it looks like Rabbit's in a little bit of trouble there. He's got one of the APCs there, and as you said, you know, Drazy was making those circles around the building, but looks like maybe Drazy's in a little bit of trouble at the moment, getting a few hits in on him from a few people sitting on side the buildings, and it's really like yeah, he's down now. In this map, it's really easy to sort of, you know, sit in those side areas of the buildings and try and get some hits off. And when you're in a Little Bird, you're not really concentrating on those small areas, so you're not really going to notice anyone in those little corners until, you know, they actually start firing RPGs at you. But it did look like...
A point is action at the moment, mate, as that's capped up by the guys from LG. They've pushed a three-man squad over there. Chuao's in there, Rop's in there, Potty's in there, and they've managed to secure that up and take out Dreezy as he spawned up there. So A has been recapped by the guys from LG. B point is also held by LG. C is being held on desperately by the guys from FAP. Scoreboard reads 217 to 148. What are you seeing at the moment, Blueberry?
At the moment, I'm just seeing some peppering shots coming into the Bravo point from the Lav team there, but not a whole lot of actions going on. It looks like that FAP are really stuck at their home point. They really need to get that stop that ticket bleed and get a move on. Maybe a good flank might help them out a little bit. Because at the moment it's just LG taking pot shots back at their home point, and nothing's really coming of it. It's just a stalemate at the moment.
That's right. We've got Derizi coming back up in the Little Bird at the moment, making the push over onto A, but he's coming under heavy fire from a whole heap of guys from LG guarding on that point. So he's going to have a bit of strife getting in there. He's done a chop drop with one guy, but it looks like that's been taken down already. It might have been Fluffy Pink Unicorn dropping in on that A point and was dead before he hit the ground. So these guys from LG really struggling, and that C point is under attack at the moment. It looks like the likes of Lilo is in there, trying to keep the defences on and keep the pressure in and around there, but that C point is flashing away at the moment. I'm not actually able to see who's in there for the other team, for LG, making that flash.
I think it's just bugged.
Interesting. Yeah, it looks like it's bugged out at the moment. That's okay.
Yeah.
Scorecard is 211 to 88 tickets. Psyfox, what are you seeing, mate?
I'm seeing way too many FAP players on the C point at the moment. They seem to be really dedicated to keeping that point, where they should be mixing it up a bit and keeping the LG guys guessing at, you know, what they're doing and where their guys are going to be. But it looks like the LG guys just know that there's just enough people on that point, and they can just, you know, keep enough defenders on each A and B point, maybe keeping a few people in Deadpool ready to spawn in whenever there seems to be an attack. And FAP have been trying to take this A point for a little while, but the LAV is going in by himself, and you know, he really needs a little bit more support, the poor guy. He's going to be facing a lot of trouble over here with about 4 or 5 guys I think I can see on the point at the moment, but hopefully they can get that point and make this game a little bit closer. But LG is a very strong team, so you know, I don't blame them for you know, anything that's happening right now. Like the guys are great players, to be honest. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, look, you're right, is that the LG lockdown has been supreme so far. The guys from FAP are really having a hard time breaking through and getting themselves in a position that they like. We do have that APC doing a good job keeping itself alive for FAP on the A point at the moment. However, it hasn't resulted in a flag cap as yet. Kegel exercises in that tank, just getting a couple of shots off at the moment. He's not getting too many kills either, so that's a little bit disappointing that he's not using that to get the kills, but at least he's staying up, putting the pressure on, using himself as a spawn point for that. But LG have just spawned a couple of other guys in there now that are putting the pressure, and it looks like that APC is now down, and the kills are coming thick and fast for LG. They're just mopping up all over the place. What are you able to see? Is there anything else happening around the map at the moment, Blueberry?
To be honest, it's really just all going down at A. FAP are really chucking a lot of resources at that A point, and it's just not working for them. So they've got the ticket bleed, as well as the bleed of them just throwing their forces up against a brick wall as we come to a close with LG at 201 and FAP at 0.
Yes, that was a bit of a walkover by the guys from LG. Scoreboard's coming up. We'll pick out a couple of the top performers. So the guy leading the way for FAP was the Jika dude on 7 kills, 11 deaths. Not many positive KDRs. Inspector X probably leading the way for FAP with 12 kills, 4 deaths. Potty leading the way for the LG guys, 15 kills and 9 deaths. And a shout out to Pato with 13 kills and 2 deaths. Might have a quick chat to Psyfox to see what he thought of that first round.
Yeah, I thought it was it started off really well, really well. Like they got the the LG chopper down pretty quick. I can't remember who was in the LG chopper. I'm sorry, but they took that down, and they had a couple of points at one point. They had the LG guys on a bleed for a while, and then they just like I hate to be negative, but they just focused way too many people on the C point. They had 4 defenders there when there wasn't even anyone attacking the point at all throughout half the match because LG already had the bleed, and by the end of it, they knew that FAP were just gonna keep assaulting the A point, so they put a whole bunch of defenders on there and just kept it really well.
Excellent stuff, and just having a quick look over in the Twitch channel at the moment, we're still we've got Bandit hashtag coming up as one of the main points over there. I don't know if those tags are indexed over there, but hopefully if we keep up the action, then we'll get some fun going on there. Just having a quick look. I'm not sure if we've gone live. We're getting the not live call
Not
over
live
at the moment. So what we might do is just grab a quick break and grab a drink, and we'll be back with you for the second half action very shortly.
It looks like we're in a little bit of a middle ground right now. We're waiting for the next map, so we might cut to some music. Hey, Dr. Steve.
That's what I said.
I think that's a good
sorry,
idea.
mate. Sorry, I ran away from the computer for 2 seconds, and yeah, that completely my fault.
All right, let's go to some music now. And welcome back, gamers. My name is Doc Steve. I've been joined by Blueberry and Psyfox. We've gone live for the second half between LG and FAP. 201 was the score in the first round in favour of the guys from the Legionaires LG. We've swapped sides. LG are on the US side, the blue side. China are the FAP team, the red side. The gimme points, the A and C flags have been capped up by the respective teams, and the battle is on B at the moment. So only a couple of kills. It looks like Putto got a nice stinger taking down Dreezy and his gunner there, as which was Kevin Rudd PM. Here we go. Here come the kills on B point with Potty taking down Live Wildcard. Lilo taking down Churro, and a few other kills happening in there, but it looks like the guys from FAP have got the upper hand. They've managed to cap up that B point nice and early, which is really what they needed to do. They've also pushed Kegel exercise in the APC over onto that A point, so they're going for a very early lockdown, trying to get themselves a 3 flag advantage, which is really what they need to do at this point of the match there, Blueberry.
Yeah, we've just seen Kegel exercise in the Lav come round and cap the alpha point, which is a good move on their part. He's caught him off a bit unawares, and he had a good crack at capping them, but LG were fast on at coming back and capping that home point, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's right. We do have a push coming now from the LG boys. They've got themselves onto the C point. Putto's in there. We've also got Yano the dog making the push. We've got in defense from FAP, Inspector Rex, and also Live Wildcard. B is being contested as well. So LG have got themselves in a position where they're ready to fight back and try and cap back both of those points. So they're going for the 3 flag lockdown themselves now, as Rop's in on B point. We've also got Churro in there on the B point. So it looks like it's just gone from what looked to be an excellent rollout from FAP to a massive turnaround from LG, capping that up there, Psyfox.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting that from the LG boys, though. I mean, they're all very experienced players. They've been around the block for a while, and their clan leader, Misha, has, you know, I can't remember which game. Like, I'm new to Battlefield myself, so I don't know how long he's been playing, but I know that he has gained a fair bit of respect in the community in the past, and I kind of expected the LG guys to be able to deal with that sort of situation. Like, you know, just don't panic, and go back and start getting back into it. But the FAP guys, they really did start out well with that 3-cap rollout. I don't think the LG guys were expecting that at all, and they did manage to take that B point, which was fantastic on their part, and get that LAV onto A. And I saw the LAV for a second there. I think it was Crack or Water. Tried to go up and repair torch it, but he just ended up getting reversed over. So the FAP guys seem to be concentrating a little bit on the B point at the moment. They really want that point, but there is a rib boat. Oh no, sorry, that's a rib boat from LG coming over to A. They've definitely got the A point, and they looks like they're taking the B point as well, because they've got 3 members on there as opposed to the 2 from LG. But no, wait, there's more spawning in from LG. There's 4 guys there at the moment.
Now,
Yeah. So, what are you seeing, Dr. Steve?
Yeah, look, as you were saying before, the A push from on the rollout from FAP, I think, was a bit of an overreach and a bit of a mistake. If they had a fortified on the B and C points, they probably would have held on to at least one of those flags. So now they're having to push back, and they lost a couple of tickets in that phrase. Scoreboard reads 249 to 232 in favour of the guys from FAP. So they could have held on to about 20 more tickets if they were a little more conservative and tried not to overreach too much. But it looks like they're doing it again. They do have one man, which is the PM Kevin Rudd over on the C point, doing a single man cap. Lemons from LG has spawned up now, having a look around in there. But it's good stuff from the guys from FAP, sorry. They've got themselves A and B, but B's being contested. Here we go. Here comes the push from LG now. Putto is there. He's got Churro by his side. He's got Rop out there and Potty. So these guys are starting to make the push in there. Rop took down Lilo, and here come the kills as these guys from LG making their way inside the hotel. They've got that grey, so the guys from FAP are going to have to do a good job defending up, but the bullets are flying thick and fast at the moment in that B point. What's happening down at A? I can see some action in there at the moment, Blueberry.
Yeah, it looks like that the Lav from the LG boys has come in to take the alpha point back off FAP. He I can't see the lav from FAP up anymore, so I think it might have gone down.
Yeah, it looks like it has gone down. It's Rabbit in the LG lav, and he's making his way across the bridge at the moment. Dreezy's sitting there. He's hiding in a potted plant right beside the bridge. We're going to see what he's going to do. He's going to just sit there for a moment. Now he's making the way on foot by himself, running into a couple of guys. Nice shooting, taking down Yano the dog, and still doing a one-man army push over to A, but he's just gone down. It looks like it was Water with the AK5C doing the business there. B point seems to be a little bit of action at the moment. Psyfox, what are you seeing in there, mate?
Yeah, I haven't really been watching the B point too much, but it seems to be that, you know, the FAP are really keen to keep that point at the moment, maybe putting a little bit too much focus onto it, but it was really working out for them in the start of the match. They've even got a little bird over on the C point at the moment, and they might be doing a few drops. They have got Inspector Rex on the point now, but the LG guys also do have a few people there as well as a lav coming in for the FAP guys there. There isn't much action happening over at A, but there is a hell of a lot of people coming into the B point. So let's see what you notice about this little bit of a B rush here, Steve.
Yeah, there is a bit of a B push coming on. It's going to be, yeah, the guys from LG are going to cap that up. They've got enough people in there at the moment, and we've only got no, sorry, I do apologise. It is LG that have made the push there. They're going to get that cap onto the B point, but it's a little bit too late for the FAP guys. We have gone past that magic number 201 for the first round, so LG will walk away with the victory. But let's see whether FAP can kick back and take control of this second round, at least get some points on the board for themselves. Just dipped below in the ticket margin at the moment, 176 reads, 185 in favour of LG as they're kicking back. A few guys from the FAP team have got themselves onto the B point, making the push over, but kills coming thick and fast. Rob Twick taking down Fluffy Pinky Unicorn, Potty taking down Tumal, and still some guys from FAP. Dreezy's making the push in at the moment. He's got the AEK 971 in his hands, firing some shots off. Looks like he's taken down Chiro, but Putto is there with the same company, AEK taking him down. Looks like a big kill from Plagued as well, taking down Kegel and one of his passengers in that APC with the RPG 7v2. So lots of kills still happening as a push is coming on to the A point at the moment there, Blueberry.
Yeah, we've got a small push going on, I mean a large push going on into A point right now. As that building comes down, no? Just a lot of zigzags on my screen, I was mistaken. We've got Yana the dog going crazy in there, but yep.
It looks like he got taken down from the Tomb LG for you. Did he change his name for this match? I don't know, because it seems like it's sort of directed towards them at the moment. And they did have a few guys in there from FAP trying to push that A point, and I will give the FAP guys commendation for using the rib boats a hell of a lot more than what I've seen the LG guys doing it at the moment. And you know, they were just going for those back points and just the extra random caps around from the back sides, but it looks like LG are just way too much over this at the moment. They have a lot of people sitting on B, and the FAP guys just weren't able to take that at all. And they gave it a crack at A, they gave it a good shot, but it just didn't happen. And I'm seeing a lot of mines on this map. Yeah, I chime on about mines a lot because I fucking love them. And there's nothing more satisfying than randomly, you know, streaming into a point and then suddenly you get, you know, a 2 or 3 person kill from someone running over your mines. But the slams did get nerfed. But like when I was playing in a pub server the other day, the radius is still much bigger than the mines were in BF3, and I'm not sure about the previous games, but that radius is still pretty horrid, and those mines are just incredibly good for this game at the moment. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, great stuff. And I'm just watching the PM Kevin Rudd in the rib boat at the moment. He managed to take down Putto with the Gatling gun on the front of that, made his way through, but he's been taken down. Kegel Exercises making some nice shots over with the LAV from around the C region over onto the B point, but the FAP guys are having a real hard time making a breakthrough at the moment. Dreezy's coming over with the Little Bird, but he's getting smashed at the moment with Stingers by the looks of it. He's done a good job with one of his friends there, taking down one of the rib boats from LG that was on side patrol near that downed boat, and it looks like, here we go, the FAP guys have got about two guys pushing now on foot. Inspector Rex and a mate of his, looks like Lilo, now making the push over onto B. They're by themselves, and I think that's spotted as Plague's coming over to see what's going on. Fluffy Pink Unicorn has spawned up as well and is coming over. It looks like he's going to come head-to-head with Plague at the moment. It looks like, yes, Plague runs away the winner on that, taking down Fluffy Pink Unicorn with the AK-5C as these guys from FAP are now getting themselves onto the point. Oh, Potty goes down to live wildcard as Kegel Exercises are killed by the rabbit. So still a lot of action happening in there, and the guys from FAP have got themselves a reasonable force on this B point. Have got it half capped at the moment, but the guys from LG responding in force. Lots and lots of people. I think
everyone's on
FAP,
B.
Yeah, FAP has just thrown the whole team onto that B point. There is no one anywhere else at the moment, so we'll wait and see how this pans out from both teams. They've done it. They've got it grey. FAP have put the numbers there. They've zerged that completely. Lots of kills coming up. Live wildcard with a double taking down Putto, and Wadder plagued with the AK-5C taking down Inspector Rex with a headshot. Potty with the Ace-23 taking down Lilo. Cyrus the Virus takes down Plague. It's all happening on that B point, and the guys from FAP have capped it up, but it's being recapped now as LG are making the move back in and just doing the cleanup work. So it's going to be hard for FAP to hold on to that position, and they'll probably end up getting back capped by the looks of it. We're seeing regroups happening at the moment from LG. No, they're just streaming back into that B point. Rabbits outside with the Lav just putting the fire down to a couple of guys hiding around in the bushes, live wildcard and also Inspector Rex. The round is over. 141 tickets to 0. So that's what have we got? What do we have for the first round? So 342 tickets being the 342 being the margin overall in favour of LG. Scoreboards up. Lemons leading the way for LG, 16 and 7, 19 and 9 for Potty as well for LG. Tumel getting 15 and 16, and Lilo with 10 and 16. So great stuff from both teams there, but the guys from LG truly superior on Hainan Resort. Blueberry, what were your thoughts on the match tonight, mate?
I think especially on that second round, it really showed, especially Rabbit in that lab, that the LG boys really did have superior vehicle control. Lemon at the top of the scoreboard there just had a massive run in that Little Bird and eventually got taken down by Kevin Rudd Kegel Exercise with that Stinger. But just for a long time, the vehicles were going unattested, and there's just some terrific work from the LG boys with their vehicles.
Yeah, great stuff. Psyfox, what were your thoughts on the overall state of affairs with the match tonight?
Oh, it went a little bit differently to what I thought. You know, I wasn't expecting FAP to come out with such a strong attack on the second round. Just after the first round effort, it just looked like they were just all over it at one point, and the LG guys didn't really know what to do. But you know, maybe they got a little bit, you know, confused in the end there, or other teams. Luck went either way, maybe. And then LG ended up pretty much capping them out at that point, which was really bad luck for the FAP guys. But they put up a hard fight, and even despite the fact that they passed that 241 ticket margin, you know, they kept fighting on, and that's what it's all about. You know, it's not over till the fat lady sings, and you've pretty much got to play every single clan like you're playing the best clan in the world, and that's the way to improve, really. The Little Birds did recently get nerfed with the cannons, but I did see both teams using the cannons still, and the Yeah, no, like I was seeing a lot of mines from LG, and I think it was Yanu the dog, and him and Rabbit. I think they're just a little bit of a team between themselves. They pub a lot together, they play a lot together, so they know each other and how they play. And Yanu was Rabbit's repair bitch, and he was like in his downtime when Rabbit didn't really need him, he was on the map and putting down slams and stuff like that, which is, you know, it's always great to see. It's good to see that, you know, people know when to, you know, go out of their way, and when they can have that time to just run out to some random point in the map and just start putting some mines down.
Yes, and we're getting calls over on the stream at the moment. They love hearing about the mines so very much. But look, great game from both teams tonight. In that second half, we did see the guys from FAP have a great rollout, get themselves almost on 3 points, but from then on out, LG just kicked back and showed their experience, showed what they'd been working on, and probably well rested after having a bye last week. So we do see the LG boys walk away with 342 tickets being the margin on Hainan Resort for the second round. Now, we'll probably try and get some matches covered on Sunday night. There's a lot going down there for the Mwave tournament, so we'll probably jump on and see whether we can cover 1 or 2 matches on Sunday night. But again, big thanks to Chris from Mwave in terms of putting this on. Shout out to Azus AMD and Kingston HyperX for their support of the tournament, and also a shout out to NVIDIA being the sponsors between x5LIVE and x5LIVE. But don't really have much else to add at this point in time. We'll probably round it out. Thank you everyone for tuning in on the stream, and stay tuned for more games coming up very shortly. Dr. Steve signing out.